Now today is a Retro Corner setup day, and I've done a couple of these in the past too, one major one last year. It just goes to show that nothing is permanent. Also, links to those setup videos are in the description below. Today I'll be doing an audio setup mostly because I'm wanting to reroute the audio through this sound mixing console, which if you wish to watch my full-on review and exploration of it, the link is in the description below, or the letter I in the top corner. Also, I'm thinking about moving a few things around to make the computer setup a bit neater and manageable. So, let's get started. To keep up to date with and to check out more of my videos, and there's definitely more to check out, do consider hitting that subscribe button and not to forget the bell icon in order to be notified of my upcoming videos. So what I'm going to do here is actually connect this up with everything else, and also this the only thing I'm gonna get replaced is the other mixing console, the Yamaha one there, and that's just, I mean, I really love that one, but it just doesn't have enough inputs for me and enough of these. I need a few more extra features from it, but that is fantastic. Yeah, it's a shame it doesn't have enough inputs. So yeah, that I'm gonna be boxing. I still have the box for it. I still got everything for it, so I'm gonna be selling that on, and this of course is gonna replace it. Now the Scarlett 2i2 will be the input. I can easily use this one as the actual mixing console itself as a device on the Mac, but or the Hackintosh I should say. But I want to connect, instead of doing that, I want to continue using the Scarlett 2i2 because I really like it, and also I can just connect the line, the actual balanced line outs into the XLRs there. And yeah, everything's fine. This monitor is no longer going to be here. In its place is going to be that monitor, and over there is going to be, as I said, the reel-to-reel deck. So I'm here now shifting stuff around, reconnecting and disconnecting, or disconnecting and reconnecting. I'm totally freaking underestimating the weight of this freaking reel-to-reel. I've been kind of like walking it. It's so heavy. Oh my goodness. It's not purposely got weight in there. I think it's just the stuff. These things, back in the days were like built like freaking tanks, and yes, it's like the motor is like heavy duty. It reminds me of a freaking washing machine motor, and it's like freaking. This is harsh. And I need to freaking get a tile to put into there. Let's do one from here. Okay, this one. So that is there. Now the SCART switcher can just like, squeeze in at the side here, and I can like manage to find a way to stabilize that so it doesn't freaking freak around. Actually, I can squish it right to the end. So that's there, and then we have this here, which kind of needs some connecting. Literally, it's like not connected to anything, but that's where that's gonna be. And then over on this side, that's that, and over here we have the main screen, the the main computer, which I edit on and everything, and talk to everybody on. And as you can see here, I'm talking to my Discord friends and showing them like bits of my room, showing them the freaking mess halfway through freaking doing it. So here is my little collection of replicas, little musical replicas. This here is an Arabic qanun, which is like an Arabic zither instrument, or actually it's also Turkish, since I got it from Istanbul when I went there. And also these darbuka, which these are from Egypt. So yeah, this is kind of like a little collection. They're so cute. And as I said earlier, I've been on Discord while doing all this stuff here, and I've been talking to a couple of friends of mine who as we always do, talk about yerba mate and other infusions, hot infusions on this thing, which is kind of nice. And the reason why I'm bringing this up again is because they want to say hello to all of you and also their future selves. Okay, so the solution I got for the power switch, what I ended up doing is, because the cable here, the IEC cable or something like this, I ended up getting one of these switches, this like sort of earthed lamp switches, and I just, broke into the wire, into the mains wire, and put one of these in. So it's kind of... Okay, which one's on or off? Because I need to make it be the right way around. Because that's, of course... does it only go one way? No, it doesn't. It goes two ways. So that's off and that's on. Because you can see the contacts go up on this side. So let's kind of on the off side here. That's better. Right. So let's just screw that in. And we're sorted for a power switch. Even though I shouldn't really have to freaking do this. I mean, you can get ready-made cables like this from China or something like this, but I'm not gonna freaking wait 1 month for just to use my Soundcraft mixer. There we go. Power switch. Right, so the first two here are gonna be my Nostalgia Time microphones, which are these Behringer microphones here. These little things that look like freaking cigars. Actually, where am I gonna put them? I need to put them somewhere. Actually, I'll put them behind here. Actually, what I can do is put them in the corner just over here. And it's not the preferred place where I'd like to put them, but it's the only place I have at the moment, at least. So that'd be it, and they won't interfere with my reel or anything like this. So, which is what I was thinking about. Right, from this Focusrite tool I do over here, the sound comes from here and goes in here. So we need to connect these XLRs to the output, to the balanced XLR output here, which, not blocking your view, am I? Yes, I am. Okay, and these are the balanced line outputs. So we have left and we have right here. Fantastic. And so first two channels over here, we want to connect the microphone left and right. So let's get the XLR cables here. Freaking long cable. I think we need that anyway, because just in case I'm going to move the microphones whenever I want to. So let's do blue right and purple left. And let's take this behind the reel-to-reel player. I'm not out of the way, so don't make a stupid mess. And we can just like, okay, let's put this down. I don't want to smash this because I won't be able to get one of those again. Okay, so let's hide all this freaking cable. The sin of being a long freaking cable. Right, now that we have right for, we have blue for right and purple for left. Is it? Yes, it is. Okay, that's good. I can hide that behind. And you know the good thing about this is I can, use the extra cable and I can pull it out and, move the microphones around whenever I need to, so that's cool. Okay, so we have that sorted. Let's put all these goodies back up there because I don't need to dive behind the reel-to-reel player anymore. Actually, some interesting memories of Istanbul when looking at this Canon. I remember the dude who I got it from. It was from this store, Harem, and it was in Istanbul, and it wasn't in the Grand Bazaar. It was actually close around to it. I'm not sure exactly where, but it was sort of, there. And oh my god, those of you who know Istanbul will know about the freaking Grand Bazaar. You go inside there and there's people just like literally grabbing you by the arm, bringing you inside and like, saying, "My best friend, buy my carpet." And thankfully this dude's store was not like that. He just was not interested in the bartering or anything like this. Now this lead here, I got this for, there's two of these mono jacks to the RCA, stereo RCA. And this I got especially for the Commodore 64, the stereo out. So what we're going to do here is, these two are going to be the Commodore 64. This is going to be the 6581, that's going to be the 8580. How cool! I can independently move them and pan their stereo, the actual stereo separation of them as well, which is so cool. So this dude in this music store called Harem, I'm not even sure if it's still there, it's been freaking ages. He basically wanted to chill out. He didn't want to barter at all. Actually, someone came in and started trying to barter with him. He was just like, no, sorry. Which is cool. He just wanted to chill. And so he asked me to sit on this darbuka, this drum, and I was just like, are you sure? You know, it was just like, but he just like sat down, and you know, we had shisha, which was cool. My friend was there as well, and it was just really nice. And yeah, we spent like an hour in that store, just literally just like chilling and talking to him. You know, it's those kind of stories that I really remember, you know, connecting with somebody, making a connection with like another person, and you know, hearing about their story and all that, and it gives you fun memories of the place. You know, I'm sure he remembers us as well when we came there. So yeah, it's kind of nice. It's what life is about, really, isn't it? Right, so those two are connected. These are going to be the Amiga left and right here. The advantage to this is I can adjust the stereo separation of each of these, the panning of each of these left and right thingies. So all the things I want to adjust the panning for, I've just added them to these separate channels. This left, and that is right, and then this goes down behind where the Amiga is. Actually, is that going to be freaking long enough? Actually, yeah, it should be. It should be just fine. Right, so we move from, you know, controlling the left and the right separately to controlling the one, you know, channel. Controlling both channels, stereo left and right, just with one slider. And this I'm going to reserve for the CD-ROM drive and the Amiga 1200. So yeah, that's going to be for that. I don't have an interface connected yet. I'm going to like do that adapter from behind. And then just like connected it to some RCAs, and then, you know, some leads going into here, and that should be fine. I can just mix the CD audio in with the Amiga rather than, you know, having it mixed in. As I said in the Amiga video, I had plans for it, and this is the plan. Right, now this one is another which is controlled. It's another input here. So what do I put in here? This is gonna be the what do you call it, the external stuff which I connect. Sometimes I connect this microphone to do voiceovers or something like this. Right, found the leads right in front of me just before we continue. This goes into the back of the CD-ROM drive, the normal standard IDE CD-ROM drive, as just like, you know, an audio out. And I'm gonna like, you know, slice one of these off and just put some RCA sockets on the end of that, RCA stereo sockets. So, you know, that should be cool. Right, as I said, these two here are going to be the CD-ROM drive, but these two are going to be the output for the SCART switcher. Now, the SCART switcher is going to be, you know, literally everything else, like the Atari 2600 or anything else connected to the SCART inputs. So that's going to be, you know, for that. So let's connect, which one's left and which one's right. Okay, right side bottom, left side top. So let's make left thread, right. Okay, this goes behind here, and then that will connect to the SCART switch box. CD-ROM SCART switcher, and this input here is going to be just like, what do you call it, a jack to RCA. So let's connect these here. There we go. Now that basically connects to this wire here. This is like a 3.5mm jack. Sometimes I connect this to the microphone to do voiceovers. Sometimes I need to freaking close my window because freaks are entering the room. Stupid flying stuff. As I was saying, I connect this to any external devices, just like on the go. I connect this to my microphone sometimes when I do voiceovers, or I connect this to, like, you know, a mini disc player or something like this. Anything that, you know, I can just like connect as an input and record from, or anything like this. And I think that's actually no, that's not it. What I need to do is the output which goes to my these two, the balance line output, these are gonna go to my Scarlett 2i2. Now that's cool, that goes to the computer, but these two are gonna go to my hi-fi system. So these are the groups. So this is the entire master volume here, but this one here is the group. So this is what controls what goes to the Marantz amplifier, which, you know, I can start recording on cassette and stuff like this. So that's cool. And yeah, that's more or less connected now after, if I connect that, once I've connected that. Okay, so since I need an input, I'm gonna do something a little naughty. I'm gonna combine the CD audio from the Amiga 1200 CD-ROM with the output of the switch box. So I have these RCA splitters here, so it's one plug to two sockets. So let's put one in here and the other. I've got a few of these actually because I got them for when I... Can you imagine all this? I was doing all this with my freaking maneuvering with my diddly little freaking Yamaha, which only has like a few inputs. But this is really nice. It's just got not got enough inputs. That's the issue with it. And by the way, this I've got a review of this. I did a review. If you wish to watch that, that's in the description below. Right. Okay. So this gets a bit freaking confusing. Okay. So these two are right, and these two are left. So we want the SCART switch box. Freaking. This is gonna be right. Yeah. And this is going to be left. These two are going to be left and right of the CD-ROM drive, okay, whenever I do that. So let's just like fold that down there because clutter. Just to freaking reduce on this clutter, just to make it look more appealing. Let's kind of put this in this input here, and put this nice neat one in this input here. Actually, put them in this one. And this is going to be another nice metallic RCA cables, and that is going to go to a jack here, which goes inside my stereo separation device, which I created. And again, if you wish to watch the episodes when I was creating that, down in the description below it's linked. And this is going to be the input of the Amiga 600 Vampire, and this one's going to be the input of the Amiga 500. So they'll be sharing an input, and this is a stereo separation, which is, you know, for both of them. So fantastic. Yeah. So we got that sorted. Now let's freaking take this out and feed it behind. Spaghetti. The amount of freaking goofed around with cables and wires, I'm sure I can easily get a job at a freaking Italian spaghetti restaurant. Seriously. Right, okay, so we have this from under the desk. This goes in here, and that's cool. We can connect the 500 and 600 whenever. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, this stupid power cable. Freak. Yeah, let's have some map. Needed that. So we are here the next day now, and I've got most of it set up. I was doing it last night. Now you will notice a few things different here. just a few. Well, this thing, the Commodore 64, was on that other corner there, and there's nothing anymore there. Actually, I managed to squeeze everything here, and yeah, I decided to put this here simply because the switch box, as you can see right in that corner there, that was just like 5 to 10 centimeters. The wire was just too short to reach it. So for the Commodore 64, so I just thought, okay, let's try and kind of, I mean, I could have easily done an easier solution, but I ended up thinking, okay, let's kind of like bring the Commodore 64 out now, and you know, and to be honest, I feel a little happier with it here. And yeah, so I moved a few things around, and as you can see, the Commodore 64 is there, the Amiga 1200 is there, and the Amiga 600 Vampire is there, and of course where the Commodore 64 was, there's nothing there anymore, so I have some plans for the place there. Of course, you know that it's gonna be, you know, something's gonna end up there. Now, one thing in particular that I have to bring to your attention is this match made in heaven here. I mean, look at them. They're the Atari 2600 and the reel-to-reel. They're literally from the same time period, both from the late 70s, and they just look amazing together. I love it. You know, for quite a while I was thinking of putting the Atari 2600 near the Akai reel-to-reel, simply because there was more space there and I needed space for, like, you know, another console or computer system. But yeah, as you can see here, the moment I put it there, they just gleamed. Oh, it's just clear. They belong together. Now, I haven't completed setting everything up, but I've done more or less, you know, a lot of it. I've set the Amigas up, you know, everything, wired everything in, as well as the Commodore 64. But what I can do while finishing off now is I've got everything up to the stage where I can just start listening to my mod playlist on Soundtracker. Like, so what I've done here is the group output, this group left and right. This is the output to the amplifier, the Marantz amplifier. This master is the output to that, what do you call it? Focusrite 2i2, which goes to the computer, so they are separate. And you can actually choose which one of these you want to be on the group output, which one of them, and which one of you want to be on the master. Nice! And of course, as you can see here, that's left. That's right. And this is the panning, so you can make, you know, each one. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll connect it directly to your ears so you can kind of see hear what's going on. So let's stop that for a moment and let's move on to something else. So let's now turn on the Commodore 64 and we have the Ultimate 2 Plus plugged in. Now switch it on to the right input. Let's do Wickle and Cheese once again. I do it every single time, I know, because I know this song. I know the SIDs, how they sound. So this slider here, these two are for the Commodore 64. This is the right SID, which is the 6581, and this is the left SID, which is the 8580. Now seriously, I can mess around with this thing for freaking hours, and I'm trying to stop myself. actually. But you know, it's like you can do so much with it, and also not to mention the FM YAM, which I can connect to the Commodore 64, and I can, you know, take the output of that, like I did last time in the example video. I can take the output and connect it to the one of these. So you know, it'll have a mix in there, so you can connect literally anything up to it. So you know, seriously, it's just, it's gonna make my life easier. Really, because I mean the Yamaha is actually freaking brilliant. Now this, I really love the Yamaha, but the only thing is, it's just, as I said, it's not got enough inputs for me, and I was finding myself, you know, really freaking doing like doubling them up, which is not good, you know, because I want to control them independently. And this one has sliders. I love sliders. And that is all for today. Thanks so much for your likes, your shares. Do leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to check out my other videos and do subscribe for more. And for now, I will say adios. For the generous donations, I'd like to say a big thank you to my patrons: Ari, Alhand, Albert Hardman, Alex, Andrea, Antje Proctor, Austin Pryor, Axel Dominator, Boris Matishin, Brad Hansen, Cameron Armstrong, Kari Esterner, Gaston Narvad, Casual Commodore, Chris Kablinski, Calder Fusion, Counting Virtual Sheep, Dan Through, Dave Roland, Durgoik, Duncan Bullock, Egon Olsen, Electronscape UK, Eric Andre, Espen Galbeck, Fred M, Frederick Rambers, Gav Messingham, Jeff Major, Glenn Bjork, Hazemaker, James Burr, James Hare, Jan Beta, Jan Stoltenberg Large, Jason Cadaver, Jeffrey T. Burt, Jim Leonard, Just 80, Yuka Isohatala, Matt Truest, Maria Engstrom, Marek Felskowski, Mark Morin, Mark McDonald, Matt Shepkar, Matthew Simpson, Matti Immonen, Mickey Holm, Milka Delik, Mindfly Retro, Mixtress Ray, Nigel, Abraxas, Patrick Eggman, Paul Delta, Paul Maskelin, Peter Langback, Renzi, Restless.com, Ruben Barnett, Richard Lancet, Risky Flyer, Robert Minnis, Rob Utley, Ravi Otterstein, Roy Gellotti, Rudiger Stiedels, Gurdur Finson, Sophie Leroy, Steve Jones, Stuart Evans, The Deeply Cynical, Thomas Priscina, Thomas Muller, Dina Stormcaller, and Wayne Marsh. If you wish to support me on Patreon, the link is in the description below, as well as links to my patrons, websites, or YouTube channels.